Hey guys, so welcome back. I'm going to show you what I did yesterday with our honey, and then I'm going to explain what I did and what I'm going to do next. So honestly, I was not expecting to be doing honey yesterday, so I really hadn't looked into it and knew what I needed to do to get it separated. Our cousin does have an extractor, and so next year we will be using that, but for this year and just to learn, I think what we did will make it work. So what I did yesterday is I used cheesecloth, and this cheesecloth is not the greatest. This is doubled up. It's not knitted together real well. As you can see, this isn't knitted very tightly, and so I even was trying to do double. When I was trying to squeeze the honey, because I had it in a ball, and I was squeezing it, it just ripped really easy. So today I was looking around in that same drawer, and I came across this other cheesecloth in here. I'll bring it closer. And you can see it is much tighter knit. So this one holds its shape a lot better, and it's not, when I go to pull to make sure I'm getting all the honey out, it's gonna keep, and it's not gonna fall apart like this does. That was super easy, and it just made a huge hole. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a second strain of our honey. And so my first strain, I did get a good bit of the wax separated, and it's not like we're selling it, so if there's a little bit left in the honey, it's not the end of the world. However, I am really excited to have this wax separated, which will be the next thing I do after I make sure I have all my honey out of it. The reason I'm really excited about that is I am going to be able to use this wax when I'm making my salves. So it's really exciting for me that I'll be able to have my calendula flowers that I grew here, and I'll have wax from our own bees to make that salve. Having our beeswax and having the calendula growing right here, and even lavender that I found locally that I'll be able to get to make salves and things in the future is really exciting. Which gets me to the next thing real quick before we move on to showing you what I'm doing today. I do have calendula salve on the website. You should go check it out. It is really great. We almost went through a whole 2-ounce container just this summer between bug bites and just itchy spots. And one of our girls gets poison ivy really bad. And so when she was starting to get it, I put it on there and it helped. Very good. So go check it out. I'm making it. I have more oils infusing, and I should have the lavender up in the next month or so. So be looking for that in the middle of November. Alright, so what I'm going to do for our second, because this will probably be our final straining of the honey, is I'm using a food grade bucket. I got these from my parents. They had gotten some and gave them to us, and they've been working really great to have storing extra like rice and different things, and this would be perfect for the honey. When we store gluten-free flour, because I buy like a 50-pound bag and I'll stick that in there too. And then I got this nice lid that I'll be able to put on it. So what I did see that some people were doing, they were using paint filters. The paint filters had like a stretchy band around them, and so it helped hold it into place. I don't have that with this cheesecloth, but I'll make it work with what I have. I just set it over the opening of my bucket, and I'm going to try to tie it around, and so it'll kind of keep it tight and in place. I tied to the handle one corner, and the other side I just tied it, and I think I'll be able to hold it enough to keep, should be able to hold it enough that it won't collapse when I dump the honey in. Before I pour it in, I'm going to show you what we got. And it's Bone, I think we probably have a gallon of honey. So I'm going to show you what it looks like right now. So this is our honey. Since this is a pretty big pot, and it's about halfway up, and the top layer is pretty much just like wax that was that went through, because I was moving it with a spoon and I could tell it's just mostly wax that's built up there, and that's what I'm trying to get filtered through the second filtration I'm doing. Alright, well, we got it done. It took all three girls and me, but we have it filtered as good as it's going to be. Definitely, if anything, and you learn something from me, make sure you have your supplies. Make sure you have the correct supplies before you start to do this, because now I have too many dishes that are extremely sticky with honey. But it's done, and I would definitely, if I was going to do this bucket system without the actual extractor, I would definitely have one of them painter filters that had the stretchy elastic that was going to hold it into place. That would probably have been a game changer. This second cheesecloth that I used was much better at filtering and keeping the wax and any debris out from our honey, and I can tell a big difference in how it looks today versus what it looked like yesterday. Here's today's honey. There is still a little bit of wax, but that was simply because one of the girls let go of their side, and I'll just scoop it out after I let it settle. Now this pot has most of our beeswax, and I'm gonna melt down. I'm gonna get it going on the stove and tell you what we're doing and what we're looking for. Alright, so I have the wax, which is still got some honey in it, but it's in this cheesecloth that I just used, and I tied it up, and that's just going to keep any dirt or debris. I mean, when we were taking the honey off the frame, there was 1 or 2 bugs I seen, and so that'll just kind of help keep any of that stuff in there. And the wax will melt through here, and once it seems like it's all melted, after it's been in this water mixture for a little while on like a medium heat, I will take the bag out and then let this cool down. After the water has cooled down and the wax has gotten hard, it'll be on top, like when you have like your fat layer whenever you cook like a roast and you put it away and it's cold, you have that like fat layer on the top. That's what this wax is going to do. You can see where it's starting to solidify, like this big clump, and the cooler it gets, the more of a clump we'll have. I don't anticipate a whole lot because this is only a few frames, and it's not looking like there's going to be a whole lot sitting there, but we'll be able to have some more honey. This just won't be raw anymore because it's been cooked. Alright guys, well that's going to wrap up this video. We are very much an amateur beekeepers around here, but next year we will definitely be getting the extractor from our cousin. That way it's super clean and pure, but this definitely got us through this year just to give it a trial run, and I'm really excited to have our own honey. Our oldest suffers a little bit from seasonal allergies, mostly in the springtime, and having honey that's within 50-mile radius of your home is supposed to really help with allergies. Not to mention, it's really good for coughs and colds. I let the kids, when they're sick, just to have, I'll just give them a spoon of it, 1 or 2, sometimes even 3 times a day. Just kind of coats everything, and it just really does help with them coughs, kind of settle them down a little bit. Guys, I hope you enjoyed our messes throughout the day, and don't forget to go check out the website and check out that calendula salve. Like I said, it has worked wonders for the kids this summer, and that's what they request whenever they have an itchy spot. They want that salve. So go check it out, and we'll talk soon. Bye now.